Hello, everyone. I hope you all are enjoying your day. My name is Shay Sessing. I am a student in an occupational therapy program. Today, we are going to be talking about social isolation. With COVID 19 and the pandemic, social isolation is more prevalent than ever. There are a lot of health risks associated with it, so it's important to make sure we prevent it from happening as much as possible, and if it is happening, we find strategies to decrease the effects of it. So today, we are going to be talking about what it is, what the health risks are, and ways to prevent it. So, what is social isolation? According to the CDC, social isolation is caused by lack of social connections. As humans, we crave social interaction, and if we're not getting these, it can lead to loneliness. So, social isolation does present itself as that feeling of loneliness. You can feel lonely and not be socially isolated, but a lot of the time, social isolation does present as that loneliness feeling. So, what are the health risks when you are socially isolated? Again, according to the CDC, social isolation can lead to a premature death. It also decreases your mental health significantly. It creates feelings of depression and feelings of anxiety. With social isolation, there's also a 50% increased risk for dementia, a 32% increased risk for stroke, and a 29 increased risk for heart disease. So, as you can tell, social isolation does have some severe health risks associated with it. So, it's important to make sure we prevent it from happening so we don't have these increased health risks. So, how can we prevent it? The easiest way is to stay in touch with your friends and family. I know during a pandemic this can be hard, but it's important to make sure you are talking to them as much as possible. Call your friends and your family daily. Even just hearing their voice can help boost your mental health and prevent that feeling of loneliness. If you have the means to, you can do video calls with your friends and family. That way, you're hearing their voice and you're seeing their face. About 3 weeks ago, I created a video called How to Zoom, Skype, and FaceTime. It is on the ASF, American Stroke Foundation YouTube channel. If you search it, you can find it, and I talk about how to create an account, set up a call, and start a call so that you can see your friends and family face to face. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and check that video out. And then the last way is if you are going to see your friends and family face to face, make sure you are following those social distancing guidelines. If you can be outside, be outside. I know it's hard because it is cold, but that is safer. Make sure you're wearing a mask. It's only a small group of people and you are staying 6 feet apart. This way you stay safe and don't put yourself at risk for getting COVID 19. Another way to prevent social isolation is to manage your psychiatric symptoms. So, as I said before, depression and anxiety are associated with social isolation. You can meditate, practice mindfulness, and find ways to relax. This will help combat depression and anxiety. Do things that bring you joy throughout the day. Do whatever it is. I know some people relax through painting, some may relax by watching TV. Just do things that will help you relax. Become in the present moment through meditating and practicing mindfulness to reduce those symptoms. Keeping a journal of your emotions and your daily activities is a great way to combat those feelings of depression and anxiety and staying on top of them. That way, you are aware when they are around. And then just make sure you're paying attention. If you're feeling anxious, note it. If you're feeling depressed, make a mental note of it. And then if it continues, make sure you reach out to friends or family or a mental health professional in order to help you with those feelings of depression and anxiety, or however your social isolation presents mentally. A few more ways to prevent social isolation is to join a club. I know a lot of clubs have been canceled because of COVID, but there are some virtual ones that you can join. If you have the means to, getting a pet is a great way to prevent that social isolation. Pets make a great companion. It gives you something to take care of. I know that's not always feasible for everyone, but if you have the means to, it could be an option for you. Go outside as much as you can. Getting sunlight and vitamin D boosts your mental health significantly. So, at least getting outside once a day can be great for boosting your mental health and preventing the feelings of loneliness. You want to make sure you're keeping your brain strong, so do challenging activities, whether it's like Sudoku puzzles or word searches, whatever you find challenging and cognitively stimulating, engage in those. Exercise throughout your day. It's important to make sure we're getting our heart rates up and staying active, taking care of our body. This will also help prevent some of those health risks we talked about earlier. Keeping structure to your day and making sure your basic needs are met are some of the most important ways to prevent social isolation. If you're not getting enough water or food, you're not going to feel as good. If you pair those with exercise, you're going to feel even better. A lot of people, when they're feeling isolated or lonely, they forget to take care of themselves, and that only makes you feel worse. So making sure that your needs are met is great for improving your mental health and preventing you from feeling socially isolated because you're taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do throughout the day. So finally, I have some resources. If you are feeling depressed or anxious or feeling any type of psychiatric symptoms, it is important to reach out for help. I have the links for two organizations. One is in Missouri, one is in Kansas. They are both the National Alliance of Mental Health. On their website, they have phone numbers for you to reach out and call if you are feeling like you need to talk to someone. There are a bunch of great articles for you to read through. If mental health is something you are struggling with, please reach out and look at these websites. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and have a great day.